Estadio Hidalgo in Pachuca, Mexico is the scene of the biggest club game on the continent tonight. It's CF Pachuca and the Columbus Crew in the Concacaf Champions Cup final, with Los Tuzos looking to add to their glittering legacy and the Crew hoping to create their own. You see the weather conditions in Pachuca today, mild temperatures. It will cool off as we go into the night. There's a bit of a breeze as well. A capacity crowd looking for their home side to secure another trophy in this competition. Pachuca qualified for this tournament by winning the Apertura title in 2022 in Liga MX. This was their path to this final. They defeated Club America in the semifinals after breezing past Herediano and Philadelphia Union in the previous two rounds. The Columbus Crew qualified for this year's edition by winning last year's MLS Cup. You see the beautiful Concacaf Champions Cup trophy on display there as the two sides make their way out onto the pitch. The Columbus Crew and Pachuca. The Crew in their traditional gold and black kits. Pachuca wearing the blue tonight. A competition that began back on February 6th, the biggest and grandest edition of this tournament so far. A competition that first took place in 1962. This year involved 27 clubs. Had some memorable results along the West Cup winners. Pachuca, seven-time Liga MX champions. Here is how they line up, as Guillermo Almada names an unchanged 11 from their last game, which was 3 weeks ago, remember, in the Liga MX playoffs. Carlos Moreno in goal. Gustavo Cabral anchors the back line. Nelson De Osa in the midfield. Usama Idrisi, a big X factor. He leads the tournament with 5 assists in the competition so far. Salomon Rondon up front also leads the tournament with 7 goals. And Pachuca usually line up in a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3, but it can resemble a 4-2-3-1, even a 4-1-4-1 when the game begins. And we'll see how much they decide to press Columbus tonight. Here are our officials today, led by Ivan Barton of El Salvador, who will officiate his 3rd consecutive Champions Cup final. He becomes the first referee to take charge of 3 finals in this tournament's history. And from 27 teams at the start of this tournament down to the last 2, we are in motion in Pachuca in the Champions Cup final. Columbus looking to go right to the attack, and Mo Farsi keeps that in play. And it comes to the top of the area, and Rossi, an early shot and an early save by Moreno. It's scrambled out of play. Momentum. And it's the visitors who would have to hang on and work their way into the game. It's been the opposite, but here come Pachuca now, by the end line. Pulled across, Rondon! Big stop by Schulte. Salomon Rondon, a great chance on the doorstep. And Schulte makes an enormous stop in these early moments. Rondon with 7. Pachuca recycle it left side. Down to the middle, and De Osa from distance. He will hit them from there. Ping to the top of the area. Right-footed strike. Schulte made the initial save. Shouts for a penalty. That's waved away. On we go. Break could be on for Columbus. Farsi looks to pick somebody out. Pressured enough. Awesome atmosphere here at El Hidalgo. It is Rossi into the wall. Taken down deftly toward this right side. Can they keep it in play? They can with Matan. Matan facing up. Pulls it back for Morera. Nagbe. C5 FIFA Club World Cup. That is a major prize. Here's De Osa. Forward for Rondon. Rondon is through. Salomon Rondon lands the first punch for Pachuca. El Hidalgo explodes. Los Tuzos take the lead. Claims of offside from Columbus. It will be checked, of course, but for now it's Pachuca with a 1-0 advantage in this Champions Cup final. Let's see. Oh, that's good. He's on. Rondon timed it perfectly and clipped it deftly over Schulte. Things to ponder for Wilfred Nancy. He's not afraid to change things in-game. He does so quite a bit. He may have to here after that early goal. His side have conceded. De Osa. Rondon is through again. Flag is down. Solomon Rondon squares it for number 2. It's Idrissi. And it's a dream opening 14 minutes for Pachuca. 2 goals already. 1 hand already perhaps on the trophy. And the crew are rocking against the ropes. Well, it was Rondon. It was basically a 2-on-0, a simple square. Idrissi, the simple tap in. Immediately looked to the linesman, whose flags. Now there is a VAR check for offside. And center referee Ivan Barton has been summoned to the monitor. See, Ivan Barton now has the picture in front of him. Over 90% of the time when the referee is called over to the monitor, the initial decision ends up being changed. Let's see what it is. No goal. And a huge break for Columbus. They stay within 1. Pachuca looking to keep up the pressure. Here comes Chaca Rodriguez. Lays it off from the end line and deflected, fortunately for Columbus, into the arms of Schulte. Nagbe. Good ball forward. Here's Cucho. Hasn't been in the game much so far. Cucho Hernandez strikes it wide. That's the first. He dribbled right around Aiden Morris and continues on. De Osa looking to scoop it for Rondon. Rondon. And the volley is over the bar. Tremendous build-up play. The flag does go up. Would not have counted for Eric Sanchez. But Solomon Rondon has been undefendable for Columbus so far. They are weeks. All kinds of elevation training at their home base in Columbus. See. Good ball. Chaca Rodriguez scoops it for Rondon, and then it's knotted over the top by Sanchez. Tuzos looking for that second goal. Emilio Rodriguez into the box where Idrissi's wide open. Idrissi end line, trying to cut it back at roll. One in. Farsi sticking right to him, not giving him the angle to do so. That's really good defending by Mo Farsi. Matan, loose ball back, gave it right back toward the back post, aiming for Rondon. Too high and too far. Pachuca goal with Yeboah to his left again. Still Diego Rossi. Now slips it to Yeboah. Yeboah cuts it back. Comes all the way to Farsi. Farsi, and it's Cucho side netting. Back from injury, Cucho Hernandez. The crew fans applaud as their side bursts back to life. And they were inches away from equal as he struck it. Now at the other end. It's laid off right side. Left-footed strike! And there's goal number 2. For Pachuca, and that one's going to count. For Los Tuzos. 1 hand definitely on the trophy for them. And Columbus in big, big trouble. And a headache for Wilfred Nancy. Emilio Rodriguez scored in the. Here's Cucho. Here's Farsi. Columbus needs something back. Into the middle. Cucho the dive. Couldn't quite get there. It's out for a goal kick. Rossi asking for something behind the play. And the crew produce a stunning comeback here. They'll have to. It's Cucho. It's Yeboah. And Yeboah for Farsi. Again, just off and just out. Wide it went for Rodriguez. Scorer of their second goal. Now De Osa with the left. De Osa high and wide. Crew to defend this. Pachuca play it short. Touch back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez by the end line, skids it in low. Schulte bobbled it initially. Rodriguez, Rondon. Solomon Rondon, flag is down. Up against Schulte, squares it into the middle and it's shanked wide. What a huge opportunity to put this game away before half. Eric Sanchez can't believe he missed. And stoppage time remaining in this first half. And now a yellow card comes out, and it's Usama Idrisi who's being shown it. That's standing off the ball before the free kick. And Idrisi is irate. He can be a bit hot-headed. He can be a bit of a liability. Idrisi into the book. Rossi over the free kick. Rossi plays it square and short. Nagbe turns away from one. Slides it over to Matan. He has Morera. Morera's cross cut out, diving, blocked by Brian Gonzalez, the outswinger. In from Rossi. And over everyone. Pucho with the lead, couldn't get there. Long ball, awkward one to deal with for Columbus. Still bouncing, still might fall for Pachuca. Big shouts for a foul, and what do we have here? It is a free kick for Pachuca. It's going to be a yellow card for Steven Morera, and Pachuca wanted more than that. And they were insisting that Morera was the last offender and that he should be sent off. And now it does appear that Ivan Barton is being summoned to the monitor, and their defenders back who would have had a play. And you can make a case for Nagbe there at the top of the screen, but that's it. So VAR check for a possible red card. Was Darling. Morris trying to harass the ball, commits the foul. And there is halftime. The first half dominated by Pachuca in this Concacaf Champions Cup final. It's Los Tuzos who did. Looks like we're ready to play. And here we go in the second half. Will Los Tuzos salt away a sixth Concacaf Champions Cup, or can Columbus stage their most epic comeback yet? Early free kick for them. Obviously massive. If Pachuca get it, they're just about out of sight, and they're just about there. If Columbus get it, it's a totally different game. Toward the end line, trying to scoop it into the middle, blocked out by Morera. Crowns another champion here tonight. Low outswinging ball, flicked at the near post, saved by Schulte. McCulta on the rebound, put it wide. Schulte had to be alert, kept it out with his feet. Great save, didn't know a lot about it, had to react so quickly. And Pachuca so nearly had that third goal. Blood, looking for that killer third goal. In-swinger this time, flicked away at the near post. Knocked down, and Deosa over the bar. Rossi plays it short. Some confusion on that right side. Now clipped in with the left. Didn't beat the first man. Morera tries to take it down. Volleyed back for Farsi to chase. And that set piece again comes to nothing for Columbus. Getting it to Idrisi. Idrisi has the overlap. Left-footed effort deflects. It's Cujo. He has runners to his right. Looks to pick one of them out. Pass was a bit behind. Slipping in. Rossi! Wide. And the flag was up anyhow. Plan just about perfectly so far. They're a bit unfortunate it's not 3 or 4-0. Still could be by the end of the night, the way they're playing. Idrisi. The underlap. Gonzalez! Oh, whistled across the face, and Emilio Rodriguez couldn't make contact. He only needed a touch. He didn't get it. It stays 2-0. Because we thought they could create chances. They could create overloads and outnumbered situations if they could do that, but they haven't been able to. It's Pachuca. It's Rondon. And then struck from a deflection. It's wide. Idrisi on the charge. Up against Farsi. Idrissi into the middle. Rondon turns and scores! 2 for Rondon, 3 for Pachuca, and a 6th Champions Cup trophy is on the way in El Hidalgo. They've been threatening that throughout the second half. It's finally arrived, and it's just about game over. And another turnover by Columbus. Rondon's on a hat trick. Solomon Rondon off a deflection and just over. He almost had his hat trick. Aiden Morris. First time he's been able to get himself loose in a while, but then overhits his pass for Cucho, harmlessly out for a goal kick. So far, she had one really good cross at about the 35th minute. That was the one that Cucho stretched for and couldn't quite get to. Russell Rowe intercepting that throw out, and Russell Rowe hit the bar. Closest Columbus have come tonight. Jason Russell Rowe off the bench, nearly on the score sheet. The Canadian international that close to pulling one back for the Crew, but it continues to not be their night. Our bus ride is going to feel a lot longer going back, I'm sure, than it did coming. Meanwhile, Owen Gonzalez by the end line. And Gonzalez still. His cutback, cut out. Intercontinental Cup, that'll be played in December this year. Into the middle, that's headed partially clear. Russell Rowe after the rebound. Rossi, it was thundered away from him. And out into touch. In the Club World Cup and the Intercontinental Cup, Pachuca looks set to earn that $5 million winner's purse. This is into the middle, put out for a corner. Again, it was Idrissi causing problems. Taken to the top of the area, the step over is for Carlos Sanchez. Columbus Crew players, they received the ball. It's been an absolute masterclass in pressing from Pachuca tonight. Rondon still on a hat trick. Scored in the 12th, scored in the 67th. You know he'd love one more. Instead, he slips in his teammate. It's pulled back toward the penalty spot. Flag was into the final minute of time added on. Hinestrosa into the middle, past everyone, across the end line. That'll just about do it. And it's over. Pachuca, Continental Kings for a 6th time. They've won the Concacaf Champions Cup. This is such a proud city in southern central Mexico. The extreme elevation, the extreme pride in their team. It just continues to outperform their town size year after year. Pachuca will be picking that up in just a couple minutes. Gustavo Cabral, their captain, you assume, would lift it first. Fair Play Award is awarded to the Columbus Crew, and Darlington Nagbe, their captain, steps forward to receive that. Darlington Nagbe always full of class. Again, a 4-time MLS Cup winner, 14 years in Major League Soccer. Tremendous ambassador and representative. The Young Player of the Tournament award goes to Emilio Rodriguez. It's a moment to kiss the trophy on his way by. Why not? Scored that second goal that really put Pachuca on their way tonight. Came close to a couple others. This continues to show his talent every time he steps onto the pitch. Reached this final. How many goalkeepers have stopped pressure penalties from Andre Pierre Gignac, who's this tournament's all-time leading scorer? Schulte saved from Gignac in that penalty shootout in the quarterfinal against Tigres. Saved the next one as well. Two goals tonight for Rondon, 9 in the competition. He blew all other goal scorers away in this tournament.
Los premios individuales de la Copa de Campeones Concacaf 2024.
So congratulations to all of the award winners. Hero of Nicaragua, David Moran of El Salvador, Ismael Cornejo of El Salvador, Raimundo Feliz was the 5th official. They all pose with their medals, well deserved. Steeped in history, steeped in glory, the Gophers are back on top. Los Tuzos have triumphed again. Pachuca. Los Tuzos. They are Champions Cup winners in 2024. It is such a gorgeous trophy, and it will reside with El Hidalgo. Salomon Rondon gets his hands on it. His 9 goals, a huge part of why his team is celebrating tonight.